Hi everybody, this is Robin Wilson with the Wilson Edge. This here is a presentation that I had done earlier today at one of my networking groups, and the topic was tell us what one of the biggest lessons you've learned since starting your business. And for me, I've been in business for quite a while, going on 10 years, and before that I was in a lot of different management positions and things like that. But it's just recently, probably within the last year or two, I have learned to get out of my own way. This has been huge for me. So here's something to ask yourself. How many roadblocks have you put up without even realizing that you've done it? And I'm betting that there's way too many roadblocks that you've put up. Think about all of the things that you tell yourself has to get done, or you can't do this because you have to get that done. You can't do this because this is going on. You got to do this because you got stuff going on the weekend, and you have a lot of different excuses. So here's something I want to ask you. If you are growing your business or you're building your business, is it constantly growing, or is it just staying stagnant? It's, status quo, everything's fine, or not fine, whichever. But are you rising above the rest? Are you kind of staying down with everybody else, not really standing out, not really growing your business? Are you really reaching above the rest of everybody else who's in your field or running the same type of business that you are? So here's what I was finding when and this is very personal and how things were going for me. But I would climb, and things would be going really, really well, and I'd hit a ceiling, and it felt like I could not. There was just absolutely nothing else that I could do to get me any further. But you see, that ceiling was in my head. And this is exactly how I felt. I felt like I was climbing up a ladder, and I was doing really, really well. Had a lot of energy, getting to the top. I got to the top, and I hit a wall or a fence. I can see through it. I could see exactly what I wanted, but I just couldn't get past whatever issues I had in my head. So of course, because of all this, life was just sort of crashing in all around me. All of the things were happening too fast. I couldn't deal with any of it. The stress was eating away at my life and my health, and I just felt like I couldn't do it all. Now, you have to remember, when I gave this presentation today, I gave it to a bunch of women. It was a women's networking group, and as women, we do business differently. As women, we feel the pull of home and spouses and kids, and the need to take care of everyone else around us. We have the constant tug of wanting to succeed, but then there's my own guilt that's creating enormous amounts of stress, because I have guilt that I need to take care of everybody that's at home. And why not? Because mom did it, right? Or grandma did it. Maybe mom and grandma are still kind of nattering at you, saying, well, maybe you should stay home. Maybe you shouldn't do this. All right, so then what I did, and this was after a long struggle, and it was after a meeting with a very special woman that the best way for me to explain it is when I talked to her, she got it. She just got whatever it was that was going on in my head, intuitively, instinctively, whatever it was, she knew. So she, with a lot of help from her, I gave myself permission to succeed. So my dishes don't always get done. Actually, most often they don't. The vacuuming may need doing. And I can tell you right now that it does need to get done. I've learned that I can still feed my family healthy food if I hit the prepared food bar at Wegmans. They've got a great prepared food bar. It's all fresh. It's and this isn't a plug for Wegmans. It's just a place where you can go and you can get decent food without feeling guilty about having to spend an hour and a half cooking every night after you've come home from your job that you've worked at all day. So I've finally gotten out of my own way. I'm taking it all in. I'm succeeding, and I'm not letting the guilt of our own stereotype get in my way. So my biggest lesson that I have learned is to how to get out of my own way. So leave a comment and let me know what your biggest issue is in getting out of your own way. What is your biggest roadblock? What is your biggest stumbling block? I'd love to hear it. I'm sure there's other folks out there who have similar issues. Maybe even you and I have some of the same issues. But let's talk about it. Leave a comment and we'll see what comes up, and it would be wonderful if we could help each other. So this is Robin Wilson with the Wilson Edge.